What is your thoughts, Hunter Iggy? What is your thoughts on J.J. Abrams joining Warner Brothers? Hey, I'm ready. Bring on Superman.
I just did a video about that.
Bring on Superman.
I can get behind that.
Man of Steel 2.
Yep. I mean, I think that's probably a product.
Well, they're already developing a Superman movie anyway. It's going to be like a completely away from Man of Steel, no Henry Cavill.
But that's what I was wondering. Are we going to get Henry Cavill?
Nope. It doesn't look like it because I did a video on it. Looks like Warner Brothers have moved on from Henry Cavill.
That sucks, man.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we've seen him at his full potential yet, you know?
No, I think they should go and get Brandon Routh again. I like the Superman.
And he looked just like Christopher Reeves.
Yep,
you know?
he sounds like him. I mean, Superman Returns sucks, but man, he was a really good Superman.
Because you know what? Kind of think of it. I don't think anybody can really cover that Superman role. Do y'all have any suggestions?
No, I think the problem is that Christopher Reeve is so iconic.
Yeah.
He is the one and only true Superman. He pulled it off perfectly.
Yeah.
I mean, if you saw Christopher Reeve walking down the street, that ain't Christopher Reeves, that's Superman.
Yeah.
You know, that's the difference. I don't even think Christian Bale has that with Batman. No, nobody has it like that. I mean, he was so perfect.
Yeah.
And it's hard for anybody to top him. And we're gonna jump into those top 10 comic book characters too. So I'm pretty sure there'll be a Christopher Reeve sighting.
I'm pretty sure you're right. Yeah. I can tell you, I think it, and y'all know how I feel. I mean, about Batman and Christian Bale. Yeah. But I think Christopher Reeve was the #1 casting in the history of movies for a superhero.
No doubt.
And more importantly, for Clark Kent.
Yes.
Because of, I mean, I said this last week, Christopher Reeve was just such a good dude and a good man. And that's what Clark Kent was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, let me add to that, man. Remember, he was actually on Smallville. And when Christopher Reeve showed up on Smallville, he just took over the scene, man. I was like, man, that's Superman. You know, even though Tom Welling is there, I'm like excited to see Christopher Reeves on set as, I forgot his character's name. I don't remember his name.
He was some kind of a doctor.
Yeah, he's some kind of a doctor, and he decoded where Clark Kent was from.
And my wife can attest to this. The moment he showed up on screen in Smallville, it was over.
Yeah,
I lost it. I was like, oh no. I mean, I was doing the ugly 4-year-old Superman back on TV cry. I was like, I was a kid watching that, man. It was rough. Yeah. I enjoyed it, but boy, it was emotional.
Yeah, and I told you guys before that Superman 4 is a terrible movie, but I love watching it, man, because Christopher Reeves is Superman.
Yeah.
And he can make a bad movie watchable, and that's one of the worst superhero movies of all time.
Yeah, absolutely. Aaron C. and Cinedave both say it. They both like Henry Cavill. I think we all do too, right?
Yeah. So, but one thing about Cavill's portrayal, his Clark Kent and Superman were the exact same. He didn't have to pull off this alter ego identity.
Yeah.
Like Christopher Reeves and Brandon Routh. They had to be Clark Kent, and then they had to be Superman. 2 different personalities.
Yeah, I've heard something about that too, Hunter. I don't know. There are rumors floating around out there that Tom Cruise is going to be Hal Jordan for Green Lantern, which is interesting because we know JJ and Tom are tight because of Mission Impossible.
And you know what's crazy? Tom Cruise got Tony Stark's before Robert Downey Jr. did, and he turned it down.
Oh, I bet Tom Cruise is like, what?
Oh, for Iron Man?
Yeah, for Iron Man, yeah.
I don't know if he has, man. He's done pretty good with Mission Impossible.
Well, I got to tell you, as much as I like Cruise, I don't know that I would have. I mean, of course, we got the benefit of hindsight, but Downey Jr. was Tony Stark. You
Yes,
know,
he was.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that too when y'all said Christopher Reeves is Superman. Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark's man.
Yeah, but Christopher Reeves is on a whole nother level.
Yeah,
for me.
I agree though. I agree. Superman is the most famous character of all time in comics.
Yeah. And,
No holds barred.
and let me add this to you about Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise really wasn't an action star when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, he was, you know, in movies like Top Gun. That's not really an action movie per se.
It's a good movie though.
It's a good movie though. he didn't really become an action star until 1996 with Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, before that, you know, he's doing Jerry Maguire, A Few Good Men, which is a great movie. Far and Away, which is another good movie, but none of those are action movies. That's the first movie I can think of where he was actually an action star.
It's another good Tom Cruise movie when he was doing NASCAR. I can't think of the name.
Oh, Days of Thunder.
Cold as hell.
Days of Thunder.
Yeah.
Days of Thunder.
Man, my favorite scene in that movie, it's one of my favorite scenes in all movies, is there is a scene where he is about to race Michael Rooker, who is from Guardians of the Galaxy and The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
But they're about to race each other in some rental cars. And I mean, they cut this music track on right as they pull up to a stoplight, and by the time they get to their destination, these cars are just wrecked. But I mean, that is a cold ass scene. That is a great scene.
Yeah. Aaron C says Chris Evans was pretty solid as Captain America. Yeah. And I think for a lot of MCU fans, you guys are going to be pretty disappointed with my top 10.
Yeah, they may not love my top 10 if you want to know the truth.
I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you, man. The MCU has better overall movies, but DC has better characters.
I agree.
And they may actually have better performances individually.